Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're having a great day. It's finally time to get into March's pickups. I picked up a lot of great games for the month of March, a lot of games that I wasn't expecting to add to the collection. I'm gonna say this now, GameStop came in clutch for the month of March. But first, we're gonna head over to Walmart. First stop is Walmart. I'm here to exchange my missing Fire Emblem game. This is also the same Walmart where I bought all those clearance games. They were still in the process of remodeling the store, so nothing really changed as far as inventory. Everything was pretty much still the same, so there was nothing else I really wanted to pick up from this store, at least nothing that caught my eye. But I wanted to make sure they still had more Fire Emblem copies before I went up front to do the exchange, and this is what happened. We're finally here. This is the game that I had bought from that Walmart that didn't have the card inside. I had gone back to Walmart to try to see if I could get an exchange for it. Unfortunately, they didn't allow it because it had been more than 2 weeks. Apparently, this has happened before in the past with Breath of the Wild. A lot of people were getting their games without the cart. People were purchasing Breath of the Wild and there was no carts in it. So I guess Walmart was aware at one point that the carts were missing from their boxes when people were purchasing them from Walmart. So I tried to do that. I had seen some comments saying that they would probably allow it, but since it had been more than 2 weeks, I had bought this game early February and it was already late March when I had gone back. They didn't allow it. They didn't honor it. But I did buy another copy, and fortunately it was still for 30 bucks. This is the one that I got that was missing the cart, and here is the brand new copy. Now the difference is that this one is actually really tightly sealed. The plastic is very tight. I'm not sure if you can tell, but the plastic is really tight. 30 bucks for this game I think is a very fair price, a really good price for this game. I'm actually going to be opening it live right now to show you that, just to see my reaction. Hopefully the cart is in there. I did do a little check where I flashed a flashlight under it and checked the bottom, but it should be in there. But just for the video, I'm gonna open it right here just to show you that it is sealed. That is very tightly sealed. The plastic's on there. Okay, I'll try to do this quick. I'm gonna open it with this. You're gonna see my reaction if it's not there. It's gonna be insane if it's not there, but it should be in there. Yeah, so it's in there. So again, I had already kind of checked. I looked at the bottom, but I wanted to show or film it right here just in case they didn't think I was lying and it wasn't in there. But there you have it. I bought another copy of Fire Emblem Three Houses that I can finally add to the collection. And now I just got an extra case for Fire Emblem Three Houses. We can finally close this chapter on the missing Fire Emblem game that I bought from Walmart. And now we're gonna move on over to GameStop. Now that I'm done with Walmart, it's finally time to go to my favorite place to hunt for video games, GameStop. A lot of people sleep on GameStop, especially their pro membership. There are definitely a lot of ways you can get the most out of GameStop, especially if you have a pro membership. A 10% discount on all pre-owned items, as well as a $5 monthly coupon, which I always take advantage of. At the end of the day, anything that makes my video game pickups a lot cheaper is always going to be a good feeling. But you know what's better than cheap? Free. Alright, so the first pickup that I made for the month of March was actually at GameStop, and it was free. So if you don't know, GameStop has a monthly membership that you can purchase from them. I believe it's like $20 now for a yearly membership to become a pro member with them, where you can get a bunch of rewards. One of the benefits that GameStop offers pro members is a $5 monthly reward towards anything in the store. The very first day of March, I went there and I looked to see what they had, and I bought this game for exactly $5. So that $5 coupon came in handy and I paid nothing out of pocket. I got it for free, and that game is Balan Wonderworld. I don't know anything about this game. I just know that this game was covered by my $5 coupon and I paid nothing out of pocket for. If it's for free, it's for me. So I'm adding this game to the collection. I know I've heard a lot of negative reviews. I don't know anything. Maybe I'll give it a try, and maybe it's not as bad as people say it is. Who knows? Leave a comment down below if you played this game. I don't know anything about it, so free game to add to the collection. Why not? Alright, so at this next GameStop trip, they were actually doing the 4 for 20 and 4 for 40 deal. It's kind of hard to find Nintendo Switch games to pair with that deal. Not a lot of Switch games are under 20 or even $10, but I actually managed to find a couple games for this deal. So at this next GameStop trip, I actually picked up a bunch of games. During that time, they were actually doing a 4 for 20 and 4 for 40 deal, I believe. This deal kind of happens every so often with GameStop. I'm pretty sure a lot of us are familiar with it already. But as far as Switch games goes, you don't really find games that can kind of pair with that deal. Games aren't really under 20 bucks. Switch games aren't really under 20 bucks, but this time they actually had a couple games that were under $20. One that I was actually surprised that was under $20 because I was trying to add it to the collection. First, let me show you this cool freebie that I got from the GameStop employee. And that is this Taken 8 pre-order bonuses. Sometimes they have extra pre-order bonuses, so they just don't know what to do with them. So luckily, I'm really cool with the people from my local GameStop. I go there so often that they know who I am, and they thought, hey, you want this free Tekken 8 keychain? I said, sure. Now let me show you what I picked up for the 4 for 40 deal. First game we got is Snack World, the Dungeon Crawl Gold from Level 5 Studios. I was surprised that this was a Level 5 Studios game. I don't really see a lot of Level 5 Studio games on the Switch other than like Professor Layton or the Ni no Kuni games. But this was $20 or less, so it qualified for the deal. Pac-Man Museum, a game that a lot of YouTubers that I watch say good things about. You can play as Pac-Man in this overworld, like the menu, you're in an arcade and you could go up to these arcade machines and play these games. It looks really fun, a good collection of games. Fire Emblem Warrior for $15. Now this is a game that surprised me because I'm pretty sure I've seen this game used for about almost 30 bucks or $28, somewhere between the $20 and $30 range. And now that I'm looking at the game, they mislabeled the game and they labeled it, or the price that was on here was for Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, which is the other Warriors Fire Emblem game. So I guess they mislabeled it, and that's what surprised me, is that this one was worth $15 and it qualified for the 4 for 40 deal. So because GameStop did not have another game for the Switch that was $20 or less, I had to look at the other consoles and I actually picked up a PS5 game. It's actually a game I've been looking for. They had a deal going on. This game was, I believe, $5 or $10 brand new. I missed out on it, but now I picked it up. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins for the PS5. I've been wanting this game. I've been wanting to play it. I believe it's a short game. It's not too long of a game, but this is actually one of the games I was looking for whenever GameStop was having like those deep discounts at 25, 75, 50% off. This was, I believe, brand new was $5 or $10, but I could not find it anywhere brand new. They all had it pre-owned, and I believe it was more pre-owned. It was like 25 pre-owned. So yeah, these 4 games for the 4 for 40 deal, I think I did pretty good on that. And the last game I picked up for that trip was this Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life for $25. So this is one of those games that were being heavily discounted because the product wasn't moving, so GameStop was discounting these. A lot of these bigger box games were being on discount, and this one was originally $50, then it was $40, and I believe I paid $25 for it. It was $25, as you can see. Hopefully you can see that. If not, I'll just take a picture. But I thought for $25, I think that was a pretty good price for this special edition of Story of Seasons. It also came with this little plush in there, but this is just one of those games that was in their drawers and they were just trying to move it, and they had mentioned it and said, hey, are you looking for anything else for the Switch? And yeah, they offered this to me and they told me, yep, this was on discount if I wanted it, 25 bucks. And I said, why not? Before we continue, I just wanted to say, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Norman and I go by Chuckalix here on YouTube, where I primarily focus on collecting games for the Nintendo Switch. So if you enjoy video game pickups, Nintendo Switch game pickups, anything Nintendo Switch, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Now, I want to take a break from GameStop and actually show you a game that I ordered online that I don't normally do. I don't normally order games. I usually just pick them up physically myself. I go to the stores. I enjoy picking up games myself. Now for this game pickup, I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Joe, aka J to the OE, here on YouTube. He's a YouTube buddy of mine. I really appreciate him letting me know about this, because without him, I probably wouldn't have been able to pick this game up. And that game is Castle Crashers Remastered. This game is so nostalgic to me. I grew up playing the Xbox 360. Xbox Live Arcade was my thing back then. I really loved the games that were on that service, and Castle Crashers was one of the first games that I bought when I had the 360 Xbox Live, and this game it brings back so many memories. Again, I want to thank Joe for letting me know about this, because you could only buy this through the Behemoth website. Other than that, if you try to look aftermarket, it's dropped price. It used to be over $100, but now you can find it like around $60 to $70. But I paid $35 for this. Again, shout out to Joe. Without him, I probably wouldn't be able to add this game to the collection. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Thank you, Joe. Really, Castle Crashers for the Nintendo Switch is a must-have, a pickup for the collection. Okay, back to GameStop. I've mentioned before that I'm not really an Amiibo collector, but at this point I might as well just be considered one. I picked up 2 more Amiibos at this GameStop trip. 2 Amiibos that kind of weren't really announced at the time. They were just kind of like shadow drop. They didn't really make a big deal about it, but on this day they had just put these out, so I decided to pick these 2 Amiibos to add to the collection. First off, I have the Wolf Link Amiibo here. They had it in store. I had a few of them. I'm pretty sure you might be able to still find some. I've seen some this month in April that I've gone out to GameStop. I still see a couple of these out, so if you're looking for this one, go check your GameStops. And the big boy here, the Guardian from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is a really neat Amiibo. I really like the detail on this one. I love Breath of the Wild. That was the first game I bought when I got my Nintendo Switch. But yeah, 2 more Zelda Amiibos for the collection. Do you ever just pick up a game just because of the cover art? The cover art on this game just looked so dope. I had to pick it up, especially for $10. And then this find was probably my favorite find for the video. A game that I've been wanting to add to the collection. Finally found it at a GameStop. Now this next GameStop trip was probably my favorite one because I found a game on my list that I've been looking to add to the collection, and to find it at a GameStop where you don't normally find games like these, games that pretty much release early on in the Switch life cycle. Those games are pretty much only way you can find them now is probably through mom and pop shops or online. I personally only collect ESRB games that were released here in the US. When I saw this game, I kind of was caught off guard because I know about this series. I just didn't see, I've never seen this cover before. I didn't pay attention if it was a USA copy or not. I still don't even know if it's a USA copy or not. That game is Wonder Boy, Asha, and Wonderland. I've never seen this copy. I know there is a USA release. I believe it just has a different cover art, but apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is a strictly limited release, at least this cover art. But I saw it in store for $10. I thought $10 was like a good price for a Switch game, for a Wonder Boy game, and I picked it up. It has a reversible cover art and a little manual. It also came with this neat little postcard. And my favorite pickup for this video is Layton's Mystery Journey for the Switch. I've been looking for this copy, or I've been looking for this game for the Switch for a long time. I haven't been able to find it again. This is probably one of the early release titles on the Switch. But to finally find this game and add it to the collection and find it at GameStop physically myself, it was such a good feeling, and that's why it makes it my favorite find of this video. Now at the final stop for the video, this final GameStop trip, I came here to pick up a game. I had to come to this specific store because they only had 1 copy left. None of my local stores had this game in stock. It had just came out that day, and pretty much all the stores that had it were just pre-orders. This one actually just had an extra one, and I have to say the FOMO got to me on this one, especially games that are by certain publishers. They kind of just go out of stock really quick, and then if you try to buy it aftermarket, it's always overpriced. And the final game that I picked up for the month of March was The Legend of Legacy HD Remastered. I have slowed down a lot since last year on buying games on day one, especially games that I'm not going to be playing day one. But sometimes games like these, who I don't want to say have a small print run, but they don't produce a lot of these games, I started getting into that FOMO, and I honestly caved in and I bought this. I hunted this game down. Yeah, NIS titles usually like these eventually later on kind of sell for more than what they are retailed. Retail release was $50, so I thought $50 was a good price. Usually games like these by NIS, they tend to go higher up in price later on in the aftermarket. I figured I was definitely gonna have to pick this one up because I doubt that there was gonna be any more copies. I could be wrong, maybe in your guys' areas or your guys' GameStops, they have this game in stock. So I would recommend you guys picking this game up because I believe this is one of the ones that would probably raise up in price in the future. So yeah, the last game that I picked up was this game, The Legend of Legacy HD Remastered. I'm happy that I got this game and added to the collection. And those were all the video game pickups I did for the month of March. I know I'm a little bit late, but I'm a little bit earlier than last videos, but yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you picked up for the month of March, or let me know what you just recently picked up. Also, let me know what your favorite pickup was from this video. Again, my personal one would be Layton's Mystery Journey. I've been looking for that game. It's been on my list for a while, and I'm just happy to finally find it. To find it out in the wild, for me, is just such a good feeling. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and that's pretty much it, guys. Until next time, peace.